Hi everybody. We are starting the rock wall unit today, so I just want to give you a little smidget of what the equipment you would be using. So we would have our helmet that everybody has to wear. It's kind of like a bike helmet. You can change sizes. Then the rock wall, whoever's climbing is tied into the rope, in which I'll show you how to tie that knot in a minute. But the belayer, they have two different things. They have the carabiner, lockdown carabiner, and then they have the braking device, which is kind of small, but yes, it does stop the climber from falling. So those are the pieces of equipment you'll need. You also need a harness, which I don't have them all the way tied, but the harness, there's three different sizes we have. So you put it kind of on like this, kind of looks like a diaper, but the belayer and the climber both have the harnesses on. They also have to have their helmets on. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to tie the figure 8 knot for the climber. Now I get it that you don't have ropes at home, but you can use a rope pretty kind of like this, a little bit thicker than a jump rope. But you can use any type of rope. I'm going to tie it on here first, and then I'm going to tie it onto the regular rock wall. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a bite into the rope. All right, there's a working end and there is a standing end. So the standing end technically is the rope that's attached to the top of the rock wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the working end. Okay, I like to go left to right. So I'm going to take it around the front of the bite, bring it around the back. Then you're going to feed that through the bite that you have, and then you're going to come with what looks like a figure 8. If you do it wrong, it looks like a pretzel, and you'll definitely know what it looks like. All right, then you're gonna take the rope. Now you have to attach yourself to the wall. So you're gonna take the knot in your left hand. You're gonna take the working end. You're gonna go through the harness. Now at home you can go through a belt loop, and you're just gonna trace what you just got. So you're gonna go side by side here. You're gonna bring it close to the harness. So if you fall, you don't go very far. And the rope comes back and around here. Okay. And you're gonna bring it down and through, so you're still side by side, if you can see that. All right, and then the rope finishes up to the top of the rock wall. And there you have the first figure 8 knot. So it's called the double figure 8. And I'll do the fisherman's knot when we're on the regular wall here. So that's what you do. All right, so the climber gets onto the rope that's closest to the rock wall, and the belayer has the off rope. So I have it tied there so it doesn't go through, because that would be funny. So you're going to take the rope that's on the closest to the wall here. The standing end is the one that's attached to the wall. So you're closest to the wall here, and your working end is the one that's dangly. All right, rule of thumb is you want enough to do 2 safety knots. So I'm going to get my bite here. All right, same bite I just showed you. You're going to take your working end. Okay, you're going to go through the front here once, don't go around twice. Okay, and then take your working end up through, and then you have your figure 8. Now it's bigger, so you can see it a little bit better. All right, then I'm going to take the working end here, and you go up and through the harness. Okay, then we're going to start going side by side. So here's where I start pulling it closest to my harness here. All right, and then you see that it's side by side. Come back around, make sure you go through the standing end. Still side by side, big enough that you can see. Then you follow it down and through. Okay, then up and over. And then you're gonna finish toward the top of the rock wall, and then you're gonna pull it tight. So then there you have, I'm attached to the wall now. So then I like to have two safety knots. That's because I have OCD here. So standing end is up to the wall. So you're going to take the working end. You're going to go up and through, over at once. So you have a bite. Bring it up over again. So you have 2, and then you're going to form an X. Okay, then you're going to bring it back down. Okay, and then you're going to feed it through, so it goes to the top of the rock wall. So there's your first one. And yes, it's supposed to slide, because if this lets go, then the safety knot comes in and does it. And then We're gonna do one more because I like to. And there you go. The climber is now officially attached to the rock wall.